Beacon Ballroom. Ruby, why are you taking this so seriously? Weiss, because we're allowed to help with the preparations, and I for one want this to be a party to be perfect. Then someone walks in. John, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be enjoyable. Weiss, and you know anything enjoyable? John, just because I don't socialize or show the remote sense of emotions, it doesn't mean I'm incapable of having fun. Ruby, when he says it like that he has a point. Weiss, then some people entered. Weiss, could have fooled me. Dante, geez, what called up your ass and died Snow Queen? Ruby, swear. She pulls out the lean jar as Dante didn't even resist to out one and he thinks she's cute like that. John, well, be that as it may. Nee, you did a good job decorating this place. Weiss, okay. You are uncharacteristically friendly. John, that's because you know what I am and you haven't shown any aggression. Weiss, I was just shocked to see that even a Grimm can fall in love with a human hybrid. John, well, love truly is a powerful thing, even our father wasn't even a match for it. But I digress, you should take a break, Schnee, you've been at it for the majority of the day. Weiss, Saya, I do feel a bit tired. Dante, where's the rest of your team? Ruby, Yang is trying to get Blake to relax. She's been overworking herself. John, White Fong. The duo nods. Dante, man, that girl sure is a handful. Yo, John, maybe you should have a word with her? John, I'll attempt it, but with her current attitude problems, it would be pointless. He leaves to find the stray cat. Then he was met by two more people entering the ballroom. Coco, hey, they're good looking. What's the strongest first year doing in a place like this? Velvet was just waving at him as he nods to her. John, just giving some advice, nothing more, and if you'll excuse me. He bows a bit and leaves. Coco, so that's the guy who helped you, Bun Bun? A bit of a prude, but he's good looking. Velvet, really, Coco? Meanwhile, in a classroom, Yang was trying to talk some sense into Blake as she was still concerned of the white bank. John saw them, but decided to let them have their heart-to-heart. He just smiled as his father's beliefs are being proven right, unaware that he will meet the worst humanity has to offer. Later that night, the dance was in full swing. Nero, who was missing all day, revealed why he was gone as he brought a civilian to the dance with the approval of the headmaster. Nero was glaring at the male onlookers who was stating at his girlfriend. Nero, oi, what are you punks looking at? Kyrie, Nero, it's okay. Then Dante also joined in with his dance partner. Velvet even greeted them. Velvet, wow, you two must be fond of each other. Then a familiar gentleman swordsman entered the ballroom. Many of the female students gawked at him while the males wished they were as good-looking. Dante, well, ain't you the center of attention? John, I have no desire for frivolous things. Nero, sup big bro, quite the chick magnet, aren't you? John ignored the two idiots as he greets Lady and Kyrie. He then noticed a certain someone sitting on a chair by herself. John, you don't have a dance partner? Weiss looks up to him and nods sadly. John, what happened with Neptune? Weiss, he didn't accept my invitation. John, now that isn't what a man should do, leaving a girl hanging. He lent her his hand. John, come, I'll be your dance partner, whatever his excuse is. He doesn't deserve you. She blushed and took his hand. Weiss, I thought you didn't like me. John, I give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and you proved me wrong. You aren't like those typical Atlas nobility my father speaks about. I'm glad to be proven wrong. It means my father was right about you people. All of you deserves a chance. Weiss smiled as the two danced the waltz. After that, Weiss curtsied and thanked him for the dance. Then he noticed Ruby alone at the punch bowl. John, you don't have a dance partner too? Ruby, yeah. And I hate these ladies' stilts, it hurts my feet. John, a sentiment I will never understand. Would you also like to dance? Ruby, I don't know how to dance. John, don't worry, I will teach you. Ruby, okay? He took her hand and helped her as best as he can, but she ended up stepping on his feet a few times until she finally learned. Ruby, wow, you're a great dancer. John, and you're not half bad yourself. Is it fun? Ruby, yeah. Never thought it would be. Thanks, John. They parted ways until he saw someone leave suspiciously. He then followed alone. Later at the CCT, Cinder was gonna upload the virus until a blue crystal sword stabbed her scroll away from her hand. Jaune, I would kindly ask you to leave before you end up in pieces. Cinder, oh? So you're the one people have been gossiping about. Jaune, gossip. Cinder, the strongest student ever in Beacon's history, quite the claim. But can you beat someone like me? As she drew her bow and pointed an arrow directly aimed at his head. Then the elevator opened, revealing Ruby and Ironwood, who she asked that she saw someone suspicious was leaving the dance. Ruby and Ironwood pointed their weapons at the intruder. Ironwood, hold it right there. Cinder, TCH. As she let loose on all of them as Jaune formed summon swords and went head to head and shatters as she crashes through the window as the trio looked out at the broken glass. Ironwood, what was that woman doing here? Jaune picks up the shattered remains of a scroll and handed it to Ironwood. Jaune, she was about to put this scroll onto the CCT console. Ironwood takes and plans on having his technicians to analyze the tool. Thank you, Mr. Ark, you did Remnant a service. As he then leaves. Ruby, what was that about? Jaune, I don't know, Ruby, but I have a feeling that this is just the beginning. They return to the dance as Jaune then sees another familiar girl alone. Jaune, Kira? You also don't have a partner? Kira, yeah. My popularity just ruins my chances. Jaune, those fools. Shall we dance, my lady? Kira, you want to dance with me? Jaune, it is considered rude to leave a woman alone in such an event. Kira then bows as the two begin to dance, catching everyone's attention. Young, dang lover boy sure gets around. Blake, maybe we should get him too. Nora, that guy sure have some moves. Ren was enjoying his punch. Lady, such a gentleman to offer himself to girls who don't have dates. Nero, yeah, whoever rejected them are sure idiots. Kyrie, Nero, don't be mean. Dante, it's not mean if it's the truth. The night ended with every girl Jaune knows dancing with him.